When I think of Southdown, I think about passionate people trying to support change locally within governments and local areas, and supporting people with their best interests at heart.
Well, I think the best thing about working for Southdown is the atmosphere. Everyone's really friendly, especially as a new starter.
So, it's not just about that you're here to work, it's about, how are you today and how are you feeling about being part of the team? You get regular sort of discussions with our managers.
It never stands still. It's dynamic, it's a really dynamic environment that I work in. The Recovery College is a relatively new service, and for me that brings a lot of excitement in terms of innovation. So I like the fact that I'm working in a service that's moving and changing. I also really like the opportunities that Southdown gives to me as a new employee.
The 5 clients that I support, or we support, are just fantastic people. They're 5 completely different personalities, different disabilities, different challenges, and no 2 days are the same.
I think with Southdown you get quite a lot of, they're quite good at allowing you to have your work contained within work hours and to not have to take work home with you. Your time's always appreciated and you do get a sense of that.
It's really nice. When I started, I had the chief exec actually say to me once, well, if we don't get things done, it's not the end of the world, we can work around it, as long as you're doing your best and you're working hard while you're here. That's kind of the main thing.
I find Southdown to be really flexible and accommodating to my needs as a dad. I'm able to use our West Sussex office or our Lewis office when needed.
Career opportunities at Southdown seem really varied. So I've only been in my role for 6 months, but I've met people across the organisation who've done a handful of different jobs.
My manager's sort of seen that I'm good with people, and I've had the opportunity to go on and do a bit of bank staff cover recovery work, actually working with people and coming sort of away from the desk, and she's really encouraged me to do that, which has been great.
Lots of other staff that have come and gone tend to go up through the ranks, become senior support workers, and then into management.
I think there's a lot of career opportunities for people within Southdown. That's helped further by the fact that we're now able to do some distance learning and apprenticeship courses, which helps to make us slightly more competitive, both internally and externally, which is really, really positive.
At Southdown, I think because of the nature of the organisation, you know that the work you do is important.
The remit of our team is to support people to prevent homelessness and with recovery from mental ill health. So it can be at a very basic level supporting people to have a roof over their heads, to be accessing income, to be getting food.
It's essential to quality of life and maintaining our clients' dignity.
I get a lot of, sometimes you don't always, day to day, you won't necessarily think your work is, having a huge impact. You might see them 6 months down the line and their lives have got back on track and things are going better for them, and then you sort of realise that actually the impact what you had was greater than perhaps it seemed at the time when you were kind of just doing your job.
So compared to other organisations I've worked for, Southdown is very different in that it feels very big and it seems to think and run like a business, but it's got like a real heart at its core. Everyone's really friendly. The clients are sort of the centre of everything that we do.
The first thing I noticed is that Southdown really deliver on what they promise as an employer. Where I've worked in the past, they tell you all these great things that they're going to give you as an employer, and then when you get there, you never see them. It's all things that they say, whereas at Southdown, they deliver on their promises.
Southdown for me is the most supportive organisation I've worked for. They offer quite a lot of different benefits around work, and the sort of annual leave provision is fairly generous, bank holidays, those kind of things. So compared to other employers, they don't ask you to do things without having some kind of reward or remuneration for that work, and they appreciate that, and that goes a long way.
I decided I actually wanted to be in an organisation that had policies about sick leave, that everything was very cut and dry, you knew where you stood, and that they had a good record for looking after their staff as well. So that was one of the reasons that I actually came to Southdown.
working for Southdown gives me a good feeling each day when I come into work. I can see us making a difference for the people we work with. And even though it's a challenging environment to work in, I feel like we're supported and we have the opportunity to make a real difference.